Hello, dear friends, and welcome to our podcast dedicated to sight reading through the lens of historically informed performance practice. Today we are in the garden, in this beautiful garden of the Kola, and we have a guest. Another one, yes. So could you tell us about yourself, please?
My name is Maya Amir. I am a singer, a mezzo-soprano, well, sometimes also a soprano, but today I'm even an alto in the cantata, Mi palpita il cor, that we are about to perform together.
To sight read. Yes, and it was a bit of a spontaneous sight reading planning, let's say, because we didn't organize anything and there was a little issue with the score, because actually, there are two editions of this cantata that are written for either soprano and an oboe and alto and the flute, actually. So yes, we are doing this alto version today. And Maya, you performed this cantata as well. Did you have an experience with it?
I performed this cantata actually in Tel Aviv in 2015. Very long time ago when I was a student in my bachelor's, and it's in the same kind of setting with the cembalo and the flute.
Mm-hmm. With the traverso or with the modern flute at the time?
With the traverso.
Ah, very nice. Yes, that's a very interesting setting. We have only this one obbligato instrument that is a traverso, and so the whole cantata is written for this setting. So I find it's really interesting. And what do we know about the text? What is it about?
Yeah, so this is about a man who languishes about his love to Chloe. He loves her, and he doesn't know if she loves her back. So he's like all the time lamenting, like, do you love me? Is there any affection I feel from you? So the first part is a lot about lamenting that in that moment, that the suffer of love.
And you said it's a man singing.
It's a man singing, actually.
So do you think that the role was originally performed by a man, or was it?
That is interesting.
Like
it can be like the alto version can be also for more the lower castrato, like Senesino, who sang more likely alto parts.
Right.
And and the soprano could be for Farinelli, for example.
Yes, okay, so let's try it out. The first part is a recitativo, and it has an interesting form, right? It has a little arioso inside.
Yes, he is like really mi palpita il cor, the first two words, mi palpita, you describe it like really as the beating heart.
Ah, okay, very
with
interesting.
these pauses in between, so Handel composed it super geniusly.
Yeah. And then what is this aria part in the recitative? What is it, you think?
Yes, he said agitata nell'alma mia, so my heart is, I'm super agitated, like he's confused because he is in love, but he doesn't know really what he feels. Yeah. So my soul is agitated.
You become agitated, the singer is agitated, has all this coloratura.
Yeah. Another aspect that love can make us not only suffer, and of course not, but
so
hopefully not.
all the colors of love. So I listened to your performance, guys, and even though like you recorded several times, like we did several takes, right? But I don't know, for me it sounded perfect from the first take, and yes, I didn't even know if you were not satisfied or something. So yeah, it was great. How do you feel about your first reading?
Yeah, well, for me, there were some moments that I just wasn't like completely lined up with.
Yes, but you did some interesting chords, very intense.
Yes, and for me it's like I really came back to it since 2015. Yeah, so like really refreshed, and it was quite a challenge to really sight read it again. Yeah, and I like to jump into the water like that. It was fun.
Yes, and I find it's a very interesting process when you did a piece some years ago, and when you have to sight read it again. Of course, it is a sight reading, but you had an experience, so you have some kind of memories, about the piece that you performed, and yeah, that's an interesting clash I find that is happening in your head, in one's head when they're sight reading a piece again. Yeah, I find it's interesting.
Yeah, so many changes that then you wish to do, so many colors are now can be
exactly, and you kind of see it from a different perspective now, and yeah, that's great. Okay, now the flute time. So yes, the aria with the flute. What is it about actually?
So there is lamenting about the tormento that is going through the suffering that is going through, and he is talking about his worries also that are plentiful, and that he can no longer discern them. He senses inside of himself that there is a dwell of a cruel and bitter pain, and he wishes to die also.
That's also funny with this affects. From the music, we can't actually guess the meaning of this text, because the music is sort of flowing. It's a Siciliano, and it's not so dramatic. It's not so harsh, I would say. Looking at my part, it's kind of a smooth dancing.
I tried to go through this lamento written part of Handel that with a lot of chromatism and a lot of long notes, that it's like, to me I see it like as a snake of torment that is entering to her inside, to him actually, wishing that Chloe will give love back to him. So I was trying to sense this all the time, like to go through this journey with this snake inside of me.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's
What an interesting image. Maybe last question. So as a singer, obviously it's tricky to sight read because you're how would you describe the experience of sight reading as a singer?
Yeah, well, of course I'm not like a keyboard instrument or like and I'm an instrument, but I don't. If I press a note, like I don't press it and that's it. Like I have to produce the note myself. So it's not easy for
and
me.
you also have the text that you have to perform.
Exactly, also the text. So it's
How do you deal with those challenges?
I read the text first. I read the text and the meaning first, and then I look, for example, like if I have like a passage that goes somewhere or some interval that I can be safe on it and hold into that. And also the rhythm. The rhythm helps a lot to sight read. It helps me like to see the measures and exactly the values of the notes. That helps.
So you read first the text and then maybe you take a look at the rhythm that is happening in your part, maybe. Yeah.
Exactly, and also the text and the rhythm, to read it in the way it's written in the music with the rhythm and then the music. It helps. Well, and of course when you are very skilled, you can do them all together. I mean, but I find that this process it's better in any, because the text is the first thing for a singer.
Very nice. And maybe you can tell us about your plans, upcoming events, concerts.
The World of Farinelli concert in Israel, it's 2 concerts. And I have with the Baroccada Orchestra and with a countertenor, Alon Harari. And as well as a concert tour in Estonia of Vivaldi arias.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Very cool.
And if you are online, you can hear my album now, that it's in all the digital platforms.
Maybe we can put a link to your album that people can also enjoy your
that
singing.
would be great. So it's now out and we are very excited about it. It's my mother wrote the music and the text and the lyrics.
Yes, actually we did one of the songs in your recital recently. Yes, very nice, but we did with historical instruments. It was very special, very beautiful song.
It's called Night on the Waters, and everyone are welcome to listen.
Thank you very much, Maya.
Thank you so much.
And see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.